Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday live stream and happy New Year's Eve. Now, be careful out there tonight. We call this amateur night because there's a lot of drunks and craziness going on. So enjoy 2025. I think 2026 is going to be a better year for all of us. So before we get into today, the big stories and, of course, the big winning lifetime membership to Into the Cryptoverse, I want to thank everybody that has contributed and has watched these videos for the 12 days of Christmas. We gave away Solana tokens on the first day, which is Christmas Day, and we gave away 3 different wallets for Tangem. We had Ivan on Tech on, he did his for the money line. We had Wes from Smart Money Tracking came in and gave lifetime memberships as well. Kraken gave away Kraken Plus, CoinLedger, 3 Pro different versions for their crypto tax software. And today we get the golden ticket, as I like to call it, Willy Wonka style, for Ben and Into the Cryptoverse. So before we give that away, I think it would be very wise of you perhaps to go to the link in the description that I'm showing you right now. This is the X post. I'm going to be drawing the winner from there. So I would go there and just do a little comment, do a repost, see what happens later on, because this is where I'll be drawing it from. Let's get into today's stories, first of all. So here we have metals. Precious metals, we're doing quite good, quite hot, but it's like we talked about yesterday, a tale as old as time. And what it is retail jumps in and they want to get the biggest, best thing. And of course, this is the biggest, best thing for them, which is silver and gold, because, you know, everybody talks about how great it is. And Peter Schiff talks about how fantastic it's going to be over the next millennia. Well, there's always a little bit of a pullback, whether this be healthy or whether this be a sustained type of thing. We can see that gold is down half a point or so, silver down 6%, platinum, and palladium had a massive downdrawn, but it seemed to be kind of even kilter so far. So silver, not the big loser, depending on the opportunity. And I got to tell you, one of the things about Ben's site is that they also have risk levels, not just for crypto, but for indices, stocks, and precious metals. And like we talked about a couple of days ago, we said, look, the precious metal risk level was like 0.95, somewhere almost at the very top of what it could actually be. I think it was actually even 1.0. So we even said, like, this would probably be some good idea to take some profits if you own silver. And here we are down to 0.84. It's just nothing but a ricochet and a completion of the cycle. The retail gets in and pulls out and they sell, and then the people dump on them and off you go. It just never stops. It's just how it is. So congratulations to all your precious metal holders. I just own gold. I don't have any silver, but it's looking reasonably good if you took some profits. Who knows where we'll go? Now, Bitcoin down roughly around 87.5, 87, 88, somewhere around there, kind of just going sideways. And of course, when we take a look at this, as far as like risk levels, this is what I'm basing my dollar cost average regimen on. Essentially, as things go below 0.5, I buy. When it goes into the 0.4 levels, I double up on those daily buys. When it goes to 0.3 levels, I will triple. And when it goes to 0.2, quadruple, and 0.5, it just keeps going on. This would be dynamic DCA. The reason I do this is because I screwed up last time. I did this thing called micro DCAing. I'm not going to make that mistake again. So I am short-term bearish, but I buy Bitcoin every single day. And there has been a turnaround. We take a look at the ETF flow. It was a monstrous outflow, nice and red for, I'd say, 10 out of the 12 days or so, except for yesterday. Yesterday, 30th of December, we actually had our first turnaround, 355 million inflow, and that's pretty big across the board. And that would be BlackRock, that would be Fidelity, that would be ARK, BitGo, Franklin Templeton. Everybody was buying essentially, and we got a positive of 355. Now, again, if we zoom out, not a big deal. This is how much we have accumulated since January 2024. Off to the races, a little bit of a downtrodden. But hey, that's Bitcoin. I still think it's going to do quite well. We'll see what happens in 2026, and we'll see who's right. Is it the banana zone people talking about, hey, it's all about PMI and it's all about liquidity. Don't worry about the fact that we're in a midterm year and the Democrats are going to take over from the Republicans as far as the House. Everything's going to be fine and hunky-dory. We'll see. I am here for the ride. We'll see what happens. This is why I DCA. But here's, I think, the bigger story. The best. And the best, as I like to call it, includes Ethereum. And we take a look at Ethereum. Here's just one metric. the Ethereum ETF flow is looking pretty positive. Again, it had roughly 10 out of the 12 days red, except for yesterday, 30th of December 2025, about a 68 million inflow. And I found this interesting because we've had such a negative impact of Ethereum. We haven't had a lot of digital asset treasuries or DATs snapping up more Ethereum, although we have had some on Bitcoin, Strategy being one of them, Metaplanet being the other. But there was this piece that was put out by Wes over at Smart Money Tracking. Wes, of course, who was with us recently in the 12 days of Christmas. He gave away a lifetime subscription to 3 lucky people, which I believe he's working on right now. But this video is 15 minutes long. We're going to listen to the whole thing. Just kidding. We're going to listen to the first 12 seconds. Listen to what Wes says. And I don't track on-chain analysis like that guy does. He's the pro. Go follow him for stuff like this. But listen to this first 15 seconds.
Guys, this is absolutely crazy. This insider a few days ago opened a $531 million trade, a long position on Ethereum, but also another wallet opened a $160 million long position on Ethereum on 15x leverage.
Okay, that's all you need to know. So what Wes does, he takes a look at Nansen Tracking. Nansen Tracking, they track a lot of different whales, a lot of the insider wallets as they put them in there. And I've taken a look at some of the things he's put out as far as like stable coins. As the smart money gets out of their positions, their stable coin bags increase because they are holding it into USDC and Tether. Here's another thing that just kind of takes a look at Ethereum and saying, okay, what happened here? Because these guys were shorting before, and now all of a sudden they're doing a 15 and a 5x, and they're doing it almost $700 million worth. Somebody knows something. Again, I'm not going to use the M word because that's ridiculous. That's just how it goes. So we have that piece. Also, I don't know if you've heard of this gentleman, Tom Lee from BitMine CEO. It looks like they just bought up another 100 million, and they have almost 33,000 worth of ETH. This just happened yesterday. So they're buying at, I think, the right time. And the reason why I'm so excited about Ethereum, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are a pretty good trade. I think, or excuse me, accumulation for people who aren't traders. I'm not a big trader. But I call it the best. And the best is BEST, Binance, Ethereum, Solana, and Tron. Why do I say this? I say this because Visa tracks it. And the Visa tracks it. The reason why they're tracking it is because they don't want their lunch to get eaten by the rails that are being built on for USDC and Tether. What I found interesting about this one, Visa on Chainalytics, I know if you've been to the channel, you know what I'm talking about here. There has been a drop-off precipitously, quite a bit, as far as the transactional volume on stables. However, if we kind of come here, here's the stablecoin transaction count. In November, we had 227 million, and then 125 million for December. You can just see it's kind of it was going all the way up and then dropping down. Interesting to see how this goes. Maybe with the new acts that are being put forth by Congress, we actually get a Clarity Act approved and moved over the line. Maybe this will change, but this is how we see it as far as USDC and Tether, and that is 93% of the stablecoin transaction volume. And what are those built on? Well, it's built on these four, the best. It's built on Binance, Ethereum, Solana, and Tron. Binance, Ethereum, Solana, Tron. And then there's some layer twos. You got your bases and your arbitrums and stuff like that in Polygon. But I think those might go out the door. And I'm going to tell you why. So with this, Ethereum L1 transactions just hit 2.2 million a day. That's an all-time high. And it costs about 17 cents. Now, if you've been around like I have since 2017, you know what a joke Ethereum was in the beginning, because the transaction volume was outrageously out of control. And what this is saying here is like they hit 2.2 million a day. That means that they have all-time high transactions and not all-time low costs, but massively low. Why is that? Well, if we take a look at the average transaction fee chart on Etherscan, the fees, and if you remember this, at one point in 2022, sometime in April, it was roughly $20 plus to do one transaction on Ethereum. And it was a joke. Even back here, $21 per transaction, $15 per, this is ridiculous. And this would never fly for global finance. Now, they did some upgrades. There was some Ethereum or EIP, Ethereum Improvement Protocols. And because of that, which just happened recently, you've gone down from $2, 47 cents, 35 cents, a little blip here with another EIP coming in. And now as of today, you have an average transaction volume or transaction fee of 17 cents, and the volume is through the roof. Look at that, if it ever got out there. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I think Ethereum is going to do pretty well, and it could be a very big bet. Not financial advice. This is just how I see things. Let me know what you think about that in the comments section. And lastly, before we go out, it's not just about transaction count and fees. It's about who's using it. Contracts, smart contracts deployed in Ethereum reached an all-time high of 8.7 million in Q4 2025. This is from Token Terminal. So you have the three trifecta. You have fees, volume, and the actual people building on it. That's what I want to see. That's why I think it is one of the best. So that takes care of that. Oh, there was one more thing. I forgot about this. Truflation. Truflation just called it. If you know what truflation is, essentially it is what Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve do not look at. But Truflation, they have a lot of integrated APIs, and they can actually pull this data as far as inflation data in real time. And they have over 60 different sources, which is a lot more powerful than, say, like the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve doesn't care about this stuff. However, you can kind of see where things are going. I want to ask you guys an opinion. They have the inflation rate right now at 1.99%, which is well below the Federal Reserve or Jerome Powell's outlook, what he wants to have happen. And it says we aggregate millions of real price data points from 70 sources. Correction. But because of this, I want to ask your opinion. Do you feel or do you see that the price of gas, oil, the price of common goods, foods, services is going down? Because this is what it's saying, that it is going down. And this is happening in real time. Some things I see it. I think in gas, I can definitely see it. But other things I do not. Anyhow, I just want to get a feel from the audience and see where you guys are at. Now let's give away a golden ticket. Now, before I give this away, and thanks for sticking with me for the 10 minutes or so, just to go through the markets themselves. I like what Dubsky said here. Dubsky didn't win yet, but he did say, I like this. Good morning, Rob. I would love to win this. Ben has called this cycle very well, and he has done a great job. I mean, look, Ben was talking a lot about Bitcoin, holding on to it. It worked out pretty well for most of us, instead of us getting into BitConnect or something crazy like that. Worked out great, Bitcoin. But I will just say that if you don't win today, if you don't win this, there's good news. Ben has direct access, and you can get a hold of this, and it's only $8,700 every 3 months, which is pretty good. So if you think about that, it's like $2,900 a month. You can talk to Ben, get his opinions, you can pick his brain. And here's the thing. I know some of you are like, that sounds pretty good. I can do that. It's out there. It's for you. Not too many slots open. So if you don't win the lifetime, you can definitely get this. Or if you're not a humongous baller like that, you can do like what I would do, which is like pay $49 a month for a standard plan, or $99 a month for everything plan or a pro plan. And that's actually at a discount, and it ends today. Ben's always talking about, hey, sign up for the sale on the Cryptoverse, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's finally putting a stop to that in 2025. And this is going away. So instead of paying $129, it's $99. Instead of paying $59, it's $49. $49 a month, not too bad. Or you can go the free route. And that's what if you want to check out the free, it's got some cool tool, like the DCA tool and some logarithm regressions into that. But if not, $49 and $99 a month, just saying, it's out there for you. Or $87. Anyhow, that's what you have. There's a link in the description. You can find that out. And also on top, you know what? I forgot to say this. On top of this, if you use my link, you get 10% more. Just saying, if you're not a winner, you're still a winner. Who's going to win this? First of all, I have to say, there was a lot of comments for this one. I appreciate everybody. Look at all these comments. Comments. That's a lot. I appreciate it. And I got it. Who's the Crypto Burner? Check out the latest 10,000 posts. Each and every post is liked by me. Check your latest 1,000 YouTube videos. Everyone, I watch your video instantly. Your favorite topic is Bitcoin dominant. Well, he's got a point. And Ben never talked about my alt. I got to tell you, if anybody should win this one, it's probably Crypto Burner. Crypto Burner, congratulations. I'm going to follow you, send you some information. And you are the lifetime golden ticket winner for Into the Cryptoverse. Congratulations. Again, if you didn't win the lifetime, you're still a winner if you want to sign up, and that's it for today. So look, if you like today's video, which I know a lot of you are like, hey, I should have won. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that great stuff. Now, if you want to stick around, I'll answer all your questions to the best of my abilities, and then we'll go from there. Everybody, let's get into it. So, light plan for the win. I mean, look, there's a lot of information out there. And the fact is that I don't have time to look through everything and decipher everything. And then also what's great about like Ben's site, here, let me show you something about this. Let me show you. Let me show you something. What I like about this one is that he also puts out even more information just for his members. And I think this is pretty cool because you can sit there and he kind of gives you like an insider look at like what he's doing, how he's doing things, what he sees. I mean, he does it on his YouTube show. I mean, he gives away a lot, but I just think this is a pretty cool thing to do that. And also, you know, like I use those risk level metrics every day. And what's great about the risk metrics is I have them hooked into my phone because there's an app. And once it breaks below 0.4, I have an alert that comes up like, hey, genius, you need to buy more. And then it just kind of does it. I mean, I have to do the manual buying, but at least it's there to remind me. So yeah, just something to look at. Go from there. All right. Rob's thoughts on SWE. Oh, I like this one. It's over already. Smell rigged. I'm going to guess because you didn't win. Don't be sour. It's okay. You're still a winner. Matt, didn't you? Let's see. Farrar says, oh, first of all, thoughts on SWE? SWE's a great project. It's very good. It's got some good developers, and it hasn't crashed. I think it's still in the top 30. And I hope it does well because I have a big fat back of it. That's all I can say. Although, you know who told me about SWE in the beginning, I'm still up pretty well on it. The one that told me about it and did a deep dive was Guy from Coin Bureau. Speaking of which, tomorrow we're going to do a giveaway, and it's going to be Coin Bureau Club Insider Access for a year. And I think we're going to give away about 3 of those. So maybe I can fandangle Guy or Nick to come on to explain what they're looking at. Oh, how would you guys like to have Nick or Guy come in, talk about what they're looking at and what their portfolio looks like, what they're buying and what they're dumping? Would you like that? Put in the comment section. Maybe I'll get them on here. If they're not too busy in Dubai doing whatever Dubai people do, that'd be good. Farrar says, Rob, I'm so poor I can't afford the free version. That's why I tune into your channel to get the latest from Ben's website. I got to say, there's a lot of stuff that I wish I could show. I can't show everything. That's a non-disclosure agreement I had to sign. I'm just kidding. I just think I shouldn't show everything for Ben's site. Let's see. $87 a month. Won't waste my time with a golden ticket. Thing with the plan. I'm cheap or poor. Oh, this one's pretty funny. James, if you're watching, it's just a joke. James from Invest Answers is the winner to actually learn something. First of all, we used to do this great show called DCA. Then it morphed in some other guys, and they've got some good people over there. It's always fun. I just talked to James yesterday. He's doing great. I think he's doing just fine with strategy positions that he got in and out, and also did pretty well with Solana. So, you know, doing okay. I like those guys. They're all right. Ben has great hindsight. We all have great hindsight. I have 100% hindsight. 2020 at least. And what else do we have? Steve-O, AVAX rebounding, or did its heavy gaming narrative kill it? No, I don't. It could rebound just fine. It just depends on how much adoption. But again, it's all about what different projects actually get picked up and which ones get pushed to the wayside. Like we talked about before, businesses can be great. They have a great founder. They have a great team. They have a great funding. They have great marketing. They have a great legal process. Everything's good. They still shut down. And if you take a look at statistics for the SBA, 55 to 60% of all small businesses within 5 years will close down, no matter how good they're actually funded and actually how they get up and work. So it's the same thing with digital assets. They just sometimes fail. That's just how it is. I think that's it. And I'll leave it like this. Well, first of all, is it good? Taking one day off away from posting. He was overdoing it. Yeah, even I do that too. Let's say this. Happy New Year, Rob and friends. Again, everybody, thanks for sticking with me for the year. I appreciate it. I know it wasn't the year that you wanted, but it's the year that we got, and we'll get through it and we'll figure it out. I think next year could be pretty darn good. It's just going to take some time. If we're wrong, or if I'm wrong, and 2026 stretches into 2027, I think I still have the best, hardest asset out there. As long as the government keeps debasing the dollar, I'll keep buying Bitcoin. And that's it for today. So look, like today's video, thumbs up, subscribe. Appreciate all of you. Happy New Year. Be safe out there, especially tonight. It's amateur hour. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios.